Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video, the second video of the day, we're going to be talking about the Absorbing Man Crusher of Heroes event. We're going to go over the math, which is admittedly pretty easy, but we're going to talk about why I think that you should be spending power cores on this event because of the rewards that are inside, and how that's going to make it a little bit easier, a fair bit easier actually, in fact, to get you to Apocalypse when he releases probably at the end of the month, maybe early March. There's not much time left, so now is a very good opportunity for you to be able to get some more blue 4 ions to build up your characters towards him, especially if you're pretty close. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. So here's the good news, is that for once, the blog post for this event was accurate. Now, I can't say the same for Rage of the Past, because obviously we got a better deal on this event than we did for Crusher of Heroes. So you can click on the preview, it'll bring you to the Milestone chart, and you can take a look at it, and that's why I waited to do this video. Because after the Monday, after the Monday event, we learned pretty quickly that, everything in this game is subject to change, and even after changing the communication on the blog like 3 times, it still can be wrong. So that's why I just wanted to double check and wait to make sure that their information was accurate. So it is 25,500 points limit for raid battle, 28,000 for war battles, and unlimited for power cores. But the main reason why we want to do this, and why we want to spend power cores on this character, sorry, not on this character. I'm going to talk about where you think you should spend the power cores, but because of all of this blue 4 ions that are down past milestone 30. So milestone 30, you get 150k, you get another 150k at 64k. You do get some dark promotion credits actually, so that's pretty good too. You get 250 of those, and then 300k here at the 81k mark. Now, if you do want to get a 4-star Absorbing Man, then you are looking at a lot of cores. We're gonna take a look at the spreadsheet there. This last milestone really depends if you really want that 4-star Absorbing Man. But otherwise, there's a very good way for you to get the 600,000 blue 4 ions, which is a lot. I can't stress that enough. That's about half a month's worth of blue 4 ions. We're gonna take a look at that as well. Now, one thing that I want to kind of throw out there really quickly before we get into all that, I didn't get any duplicates on my web store today. However, there were comments in my Discord about people who got duplicates of Titania and duplicates of Mr. Negative's claim. There was an actual decent one, and I want to kind of show you this one. This was here, so make sure you pick this one up. Not that one. This one. So another 500 energy, but you should save this. Save this claim, because we have another event coming that was sprung on us the other day called the Special Offensive. Now, this has come before, because I remember there was a joke about how it was specially offensive. I believe Mobile Gamer said that or something. But anyways, we've had that title of an event before. And so this is going to be at Friday on 1 p.m. And this is going to be raid credits, so make sure you're hoarding again, right? We just came off the back of that, and stupid me, I claimed some Doom rewards, and yeah, make sure you claim that. Make sure you're hoarding this. Make sure you're hoarding everything. In fact, just you might as well just hoard everything in this game. Don't open it until it has like 1 day left, or if you know that something's coming up, because you never know when it's going to be included in here. So make sure you're doing that. Because all this stuff is going to be used at some point. So you're earning raid credits, which is, again, your season pass. And I think I actually claimed that already. So get F there for me. And then spend campaign energy, but not ISO 8. So yes, make sure you're holding this one for, wherever it is. This one for that event, because that we don't know, how much this is going to be worth or exactly what you're going to get out of it, because the table's not there. But just know that it's coming. It might be in the preview tomorrow, but I would just make sure you're doing that anyways, because that'll help you get there. It does say it features a leaderboard that includes blue 5 ions and red stars for Absorbing Man. Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb, and even though it doesn't say, I'm probably going to assume that there's also blue 4 ions. I don't know about that yet, but typically when there's blue 5 ions up for grabs, there's also blue 4 ions, especially when it's attached to a leaderboard because of the one that's in the game right now for a lot of the events, the ones that passed actually, the Rising Stars event, but also just in general, when they have leaderboards, it's very common to go from blue 5 to then blue 4 at lower levels, so I'm just going to assume that it has something like that, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, so yes, let's jump on over to the math part. This is pretty easy. Like, I honestly don't even need to go over it. Like, that's how easy it is. You have 4 days. This starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. And because of the limits, you only need to do 17 raid battles and 14 war battles. There should be about 2 wars that you should be able to get through, I think, during this event. At least I do. I have one starting tomorrow, actually, at 1 p.m. And then I'll be having another one, I think, during this event as well on Saturday. So I should be able to do that. And basically the rest of the points is power cores. You're going to get 21,250 smartphones. You're going to get the event item at 49,000, which is fine because the subtotal for raids and war is 53,500. Now, how many cores do you need to spend for the various milestones that I mentioned? Well, if you want to get 150k blue 4 ions, you only need to spend about 500 power cores, which actually isn't a lot. So it's really good to double dip there. 2,100 if you want to get 300k. So that's an additional 150k blue 4s for 1,600 additional power cores. This is where it gets a little bit steep, but if you have the capability of doing it, then it's 5,500 power cores for an additional 300,000 blue 4 ions. So that's a doubling, basically, for an extra 3,400. I think that for 600,000 blue 4 ions for 5,500 power cores, if you can swing it, if you have it, which I do, I have about 8,000 currently. By the time this event goes live, I might have like 8,500 or so. So I think I can swing it that way. I think it's worth doing. Now, is it worth it to max to get the 4-star Absorbing Man? That's really up to you. Now, personally, because we know that this is a legendary team unlock, I think, and I've said this in previous videos, I think that they're going to be going back the other way, and I think that this is going to require 5-star for all of the characters. So if you want a better chance of being able to get this legendary character, and you have the 8,000 cores to be able to get that 4-star Absorbing Man, I would say do it. Because all of the characters are 100 shard unlocks. We're looking at basically 3-star character events across the board. So they're really kind of clamping down on how many shards and what star level you can get for a lot of these characters. For Titania, because she's in the month-long event, you know, you're looking at maybe a high 3-star, maybe a 4-star if you're lucky, or unless you pull really, really lucky, you might get a 5-star. Like, I got US Agent to just over 5-star, but that was with all of his additional shards, plus some really lucky drops on the orbs. I doubt I'm going to replicate it again this month. So for Absorbing Man, I never pulled cores for him, which is a little bit unfortunate. But who we're going to have upcoming is going to be Kang the Conqueror. This is where I personally recommend people to wait and to spend their power cores on the Kang orb, at least which I expect to be coming. So he probably should be coming over the next couple of days because I think Absorbing Man will be leaving the Red Star and will be jumping straight into a Kang offer, which should have his cores available for 675 unless they do something wacky and they don't let you double dip. But as far as where to spend your power cores, this is where I personally recommend you doing that because I think that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, especially because they are going to be an legendary unlock team like I mentioned. Now I want to bring up my my Marvel, this is my character spreadsheet, and why I think that he's going to be coming pretty soon. So if you look at the gaps between the character releases, the offers, usually it's anywhere from like 9 to 11 days. So Absorbing Man was on the 2nd of February last week when the patch came out. And so I think that, you know, maximally that's a word, right? That we're looking at maybe like 9 or 10 days, maybe 11 days. And so the 13th of February, admittedly, is Monday, but I do expect it to be before that. I wouldn't be surprised if we have it like on Friday or Saturday. So look forward to that. And that's where I'm going to be spending my power cores to double dip for this event. I think it's really important, and I think not only are the blue 4 ions really important, but getting extra shards for Kang the Conqueror, who we're expecting to be a pocket dimension release because of this quantum tag. The quantum tag we'll talk about in another video, but that's upcoming for what it appears to be a pocket dimension release style with not so great characters. And if we remember from what a pocket dimension release is, well, look no further than back to that spreadsheet again to Scarlet Spider. So all that we have to do is go back to January, wherever he is, Scarlet Spider here. Actually, it was the end of December. Into January, or no, there we go, 7th of January for the Pocket Dimension. That was the Fresh Horizons event. And for those who were around for that, know that this event was not very player friendly, and you got, I think it was like 100 shards maximum for Scarlet Spider. So that's something that I kind of anticipate for Kang, you know, that we're probably not going to get any more than 100 shards. So for the legendary unlock, if you need the 5-star, double dipping for the character cores is going to be the best way for you, not only to get 4-star Kang, but to also get as far, you know, as close as possible. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And before we finish the video, I want to talk about this. I kind of revamped this a little bit. Ignore the Victory Blueprint stuff. So basically, this is what I've changed my my Blue 4 Ion monthly spreadsheet. It's very simple. It's a very simple table. So this is where I'm getting a lot of my Blue 4 Ions. War, Crucible, Coordinated Assault, and the monthly event leaderboard. Now, I'm getting about 334,000 at a 50% win-loss ratio at Platinum 2 for War. For Crucible, I'm getting about 456,000 at Diamond 2, and this is monthly. And then for Coordinated Assault, we get 2 of those monthly as well. So that's about 288,000. And then the monthly event leaderboard, such as the Titania one that we have right now, if you get the 3 to 10% payout, you get 250,000 Blue 4 Ions. So that gives you a grand total of 1.33 million or whatever, plus or minus a bit, total Blue 4 Ions. Now, this excludes other events and leaderboards, such as this Absorbing Man event. But you can see how that 600,000 is pretty close to about half a month's worth of Blue 4 Ions, and why this is quite heavily valued. So if you have those power cores to double dip into there, all the more reason and the quicker way that you're going to get to Apocalypse, because for me, I'm missing 3 and a bit characters. I went over this in previous videos, but I'm basically missing Kestrel, Deathpool, and I think 1 or 2 of my Gamma characters, but I'm pretty close to getting them upgraded. So if you're kind of in a similar boat to me, I know not everyone's going to be as close as I am, but nonetheless, you know, if you want to get as close to being able to unlock Apocalypse as early as, you know, when he comes out, then this is what you're going to want to do. You know, I have 567,000. Blue 4, that's pretty close to another upgrade, so I just need like 160,000 or whatever it is to upgrade one of these characters to Blue 4, and that leaves me with 1 Gamma character, I guess Brawn or whoever I'm not going to do, and then Deathpool and Kestrel, and then there's Apocalypse. So taking a look at this, you know, this is about almost 2 characters here in 1 month, plus the 600,000 from Absorbing Man. I'm going to be very close to Apocalypse by like early mid-March, unless there are other payouts. You know, I didn't include whatever other events might be upcoming that include Blue 4 Islands as well. So that's it, everyone. I have so many windows open, I can't figure out where I actually am. Oh my god. So, LD players over here, let's blow that up. Let me know in the comments down below what your plans are. Now, obviously, if Kang's orb does not come out over the weekend, there's not a lot of good things to spend your power cores on. So at that point, I would probably put out another video saying, you know, most likely this Absorbing Man orb will go away once the event starts tomorrow, so I don't expect that to be there, which is kind of why I expect Kang's orb to come out. The only problem will be if Kang does not have an orb. Some people were speculating that maybe Kang might be a Dark Promotion credit Red Star upgrade like Zombie Iron Man was, and he did not have a 675 core orb. Zombie Iron Man did not, Mr. Negative did not, and Gambit did not. There was like a few characters from last year that didn't have a 675 power core orb. So if he doesn't, we're screwed. If he does, great. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I recommend. That's the end of this video, and good luck everyone on this event and getting as much Blue 4 Ions as you possibly can towards Apocalypse, and I'll see you all on the next video. So Boilon, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.